Hello, lovely. It's me, Maple, and today we're going to be doing a guided mindfulness meditation together, which I myself have started doing a lot more mindfulness meditations in my own life, and so I wanted to share with you. So whether you're brand new yourself or you've done lots of meditations before, I hope you can get something out of this session. If you are new, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I've found mindfulness to be helpful, at least in my personal life. But if you just want to skip right ahead to the meditation, I'll put a timestamp for you. But if you are new, I myself was always one of those people who would try meditation once in a while as a one-off. And I would say meditation just isn't for me. My brain just doesn't work that way. At least for mindfulness meditation, where you have to sit and do nothing. And I would think my brain just isn't built that way. But I had heard something that changed my outlook, I guess. That meditation should be viewed as not a thing that we either get or don't get, but it's something that we practice and get better at over time. And so it's just like working out, where the first time you work out, after a while, you will not be very good at it. You won't make tons of progress. Maybe you surprise yourself. Maybe you don't. That's okay. But the thing about mindfulness is just that. Practicing. And over time, it gets easier and easier and easier. And I think it is very important to have mindfulness, because our society nowadays is almost the opposite, where we're expected to have things happening fast, fast, fast. Our attention is always occupied with something, whether it's our phones or the TV. Not that those are necessarily bad, but we almost stop ourselves from having a single moment where we just be in the present moment and appreciate it for what it is. And that's exactly what mindfulness is. It's not doing nothing. It's just appreciating being and appreciating the moment for what it is. So, why don't we begin with some breathing exercises? My favorite is called square breathing or box breathing. I've heard it called a few different things. But basically we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. So we'll do 3 of those. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. One more. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Good, 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 good. Perfect. For our guided meditation, we're going to be going through the 5 senses together to give us a way to be purposeful with our mindfulness. But before we begin, I'd like you to set an intention for our session today. And I know that can sound a bit cheesy, but I personally find the act of thinking about our intention, thinking about why we want to do something, can give us a lot more motivation and also insight into ourselves. So take a moment and think about your intention or reason for this session. There are no wrong answers here. So if you feel like yours is silly, I can assure you that it is not. But on to our senses. We're going to begin with sight. And then that way, if you wish, you can close your eyes for the remainder of the session. But for now, I would like you to find 3 things that you visually enjoy. It can be something on your screen, or it could be something in the physical room that you're in right now. And what you enjoy visually about this thing, it doesn't matter. It could be the object as a whole. Maybe it has some sort of significance to you. I just want you to be appreciative of this object. Try to appreciate things that you've maybe never noticed the detail of before. Maybe you never noticed how this object has a color that you like. Maybe the shape is pleasing. Once you've found your 3 objects, I'd like you to choose one in particular. I want you to choose the one that you feel like you've admired the least. Because I really want you to lean in to your admiration of this object. I want you to appreciate details. I want you to search for details that maybe you've never noticed before. Good. And sometimes this is all mindfulness needs to be. Just appreciating the things that we do have around us. But moving on, which, like I said, you can close your eyes now at any point of the session that feels comfortable to you. But we'll be moving on to our sense of touch, which will be the bulk of our session. So we'll be doing a body scan. But before we begin, I'd like you to make sure that you're very comfortable. I'll give you a few moments here, but also pause the video if you'd like. If you want to make yourself a tea, if you want to go and lie down, or if you want to find a place where you can sit upright. Whatever would make you the most comfortable. Good, 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 good. I'd like you to begin by being mindful of the feeling of gravity, which might sound silly, but I want you to feel wherever it is making contact with the surface below you. I want you to feel the effect of the earth pulling you towards it. So either on your legs if you're sitting, or on your back if you're lying down. How does it feel to be resting on this surface? Good, good, good. And now starting from your toes, we're going to be doing a body scan. And in particular, I want you to focus on how each of these body parts feels the world around you. Because a lot of the times when we think of feeling, we think of our hands, which makes sense because that's what we use for most of our feeling. But every single part of us can feel. So starting from your toes, think of how they feel. Are you wearing socks? Can they feel the fabric around them? Maybe they feel warm. Maybe they're under a blanket. Or maybe they feel cool air. Moving up to the rest of your foot. How does it feel? Is there any pain or irritation or stiffness? Right now we aren't passing judgment. We aren't thinking about whether a feeling is good or bad. We're just bringing awareness And awareness doesn't have any notions of good or bad. It's just aware. Moving up to your legs. Again, what feeling or physical sensations are present in your legs? Take a few breaths here, pulling in your attention to whatever the sensation is. Good, good, good. Then we'll move up to our chest and torso, which might be the easiest for some people. Because here I want you to feel the sensation of breathing. Feel the cool air running in. Feel the sensation as your diaphragm pulls your lungs to inflate and deflate. In particular, I want you to see if you can search for any sensations you've maybe never noticed before. Then onto our arms and hands. What things can you feel with your hands? Are they resting on some fabric? Maybe they're resting on you and they feel warmth. Bring your awareness to any sensation you feel from your hands, your arms. Good, good, good. Perfect. And then we'll move to our head and our face. Feel any sensations here. Maybe you notice some tension in your face that you hadn't noticed before. Maybe you can feel the air cool against your face. Whatever the sensation is, bring your awareness to it for a few moments here. Good, good, good. Good. take a few moments here and just be. Just bring awareness to your body, awareness to how it feels to be you in this moment. Again, there are no wrong answers here, no pressure, what and what not to think. Just allow yourself to be. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Before we move on to our next sense, I just wanted to take a moment to really remind you that there are no wrong answers here. And yes, the point of this session is to be present in the current moment. But if you find your mind starting to wander, that's not bad. It's completely natural. So you shouldn't ever feel bad. I know I did that when I first started meditating. Sometimes I would go through a whole session and I didn't even feel present in the session. I was just bouncing from whatever was occupying my mind that day. But this is just a reminder to our own mind that it's important to slow down sometimes, to quiet itself, and just be. So if you do find your mind starting to wander, again, that's okay. Just bring your attention back and take a deep breath. Good. So, next, we're going to be doing our sense of smell. And for this one, I'd like you just to take a few deep breaths in and bring awareness to what you can smell. Maybe there isn't really anything to smell at the moment, but even so, we can always smell something. So I'd like you to bring awareness and appreciation here. Maybe find some nuances or complexity in what you can smell that you hadn't noticed before. And again, because we are focusing on awareness, maybe this is a positive smell. Maybe it's a negative smell in general. But awareness doesn't care of the stigmas or labels we attach to things. It's simply aware. If you feel like you are having a difficult time looking for deeper nuances in what you smell, you can also just appreciate the coolness of the air as you do try to smell. But either way, I'd like you to bring in your attention here for a few moments. Then we'll be moving to our sense of taste, which can sometimes be the hardest sense to think about in these kinds of meditations. So what I'd like for us to do here is imagine a taste as best we can. If you find this difficult, that's okay. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just bringing attention. But I'd like you to imagine a food or a flavor that feels very comforting to you specifically. So it could be a lobster dinner with truffle oil, or it could just be a grilled cheese with Kraft singles and the edges cut off. Whatever brings you comfort. Maybe it reminds you of a person or a time. But whatever this food is, I'd like you to just imagine how the sensations of this flavor feels. Start with the basics. Is it sweet, salty, sour, bitter? And then work your way up from there. Imagine the complexities in the flavor. Even if it's a simple flavor, it can still have depth. Think of how you feel. Maybe think of the last time you ate this food and how you felt comforted and safe. For our last sense, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you haven't yet. We will be doing a exercise for your hearing together. But first, I want you just to listen to the room around you. I'll be quiet for a moment, but again, just searching for maybe some sounds you hadn't paid attention to before. Maybe they've always been there, but you've just never put your attention there. But to close this out, I'm going to be playing a gong. Just like that. And what I want you to do is focus on this sound and try to hear it as long as possible. If you lose it, that's okay. That's part of the exercise. But I'd like you just to see how long you can draw your attention to this sound for. Again, maybe you lose the sound because your mind drifted somewhere else. Maybe you lose the sound because you physically can't hear it anymore. But just the act of searching for this sound is exactly what I'd like you to try to do. Let's do it one more time. And again, even though this is what we are attempting to do, there are no wrong answers. You can't mess up. We're simply training our brain to be focused on something right now. before we close this session, I'd like you to set another intention, but for moving forwards. If it's nighttime for you, it can be an intention for tomorrow. But I'd like you to set a specific intention. Maybe you want to be more present and aware in your everyday life. Maybe the stress of the world has been overwhelming you recently, and you just need some moments where you can quiet your mind. But whatever your intention was, whatever your intention is, it's perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me in today's session. I hope you got something out of it. Even if you don't carry something forwards, I hope you appreciated this moment of calm and peace. But thank you again, and I'll see you